everyone,
Hello.
and welcome to Kirsty and Briony's Comfort Zone.
I am Kirsty.
And I am Briony, and we are here to traverse the world of dreams and figure out what the heck is going on in our heads.
What's happening? It's a barren desert. There are no dreams. There's only
no dreams.
Endless sand and the odd tumbleweed.
I have the opposite. I have been dreaming for two. I've been stealing your dreams, keeping them all inside my head.
Let them out. Free them.
I've recorded a few recently, but I've also had a few that I just haven't wanted to record because they've just been like weird or horrible so yeah, there's been a lot happening, but I don't necessarily know if I want it all.
Yeah, you don't have to bring everything, if you're not happy to.
Dreamed too deep and too greedily and found the bad dreams.
Oh no. But I think I have been dreaming, but they're like really light and airy surface dreams that just flitter away as soon as I wake up.
Yeah. I had one dream recently that I was back in my hometown. There wasn't really enough to bring, but I was back in my hometown and I was walking across. So in my hometown, there's a massive roundabout. Like it's like a park, but it is a roundabout. And I was walking across that and I found my niece just wandering around. And I was like, what the heck? What are you doing out here? So I just sort of like, I did that thing where, when you're like, when children dance with adults and they stand on their feet. Like I put her so she was facing forward and I stood her on my feet and I was just walking her home like do. Like my niece is like 14 now, so she's older than that sort of. But I was just like, let's go. But then when I got to the crossing, it had been turned into like a big bridge instead, and it was all changed, and I went to cross and then I looked to the right and there was a car coming and I was like, what? You can go both ways on the roundabout? Like, how does anyone ever cross? This is madness. And I just got really like, I don't know, it's just very strange, this big change that had happened. But I thought it's probably just that my parents are renovating their kitchen right now in my childhood home. I was like, it's probably just that I'm aware that stuff is changing at home, and therefore
that's probably it. So
instead of the kitchen, it's roundabout. This very significant roundabout. And I had really horrible dream. Like that one has something horrible in, but it happened before. But I had another dream that was like, it started off really nice. I told you about the beginning bit, is that you and I had gone to wrestling school and we were learning from the young bucks how to wrestle. And I was really excited because I was like, I really want to learn how to like take a fall, how to like fall flat on my back so you spread the weight and it doesn't hurt as much and all this stuff. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to learn to wrestle. And then I left the ring for some reason. And up until now, it had been really happy. But Baby No Money was there. And he was like, come on a date with me. And I was like, no, I don't want to date you, Baby No Money. And then he was like, well, you can now. Remember, Alex divorced you. And all of a sudden, I was in like a different place. I was in this like sad street. Everything was grey. The buildings were really sad. And I was just walking along like, oh yes, he did divorce me. And like my world just came crumbling down. And I really wanted to call him. But I was like, oh no, he said I shouldn't talk to him anymore. And then the worst part was I woke up, but it felt so real that I thought it had actually happened. And then he had already gone to work. So I woke up and I was alone in the bed and I was like, oh no. And I checked my phone and I was like, I messaged him like, I had a bad dream. And he was like, are you okay? I was like, okay, we are still married.
We're on good terms.
Yes.
I don't care. Go away.
It was so, yes, I don't care about your dreams. Shut up.
I've moved out. I don't want to hear about them anymore.
But it was just horrible. But I feel like that is one of the most common sad dreams Because Alex literally, like, the day before had a dream that I had left. So I think it's like anytime something minor happens in life, your brain just seizes it and is like, yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to beat you up from the inside.
Just punch and kick inside your little skull.
Yeah. But I was sad because it was such a nice wrestling dream up until then. Up until bloody Baby No Money showed up and ruined everything.
And reminded you that you'd divorced your husband.
Yeah.
That was quite nice of him, really. Like, if it sounds like you forgot.
I was living in blissful ignorance up until then.
Oh my gosh.
Those are two that I didn't record. They just stuck with me. Oh, yeah. But there was something I did want to tell you. Oh. Okay, so I had a weird little moment where I think it was last week. I had a dream about Dr. Simon Clark.
Okay.
And Simon and I, obviously we're friends, but we don't talk every day or anything. Like it's very, once every 2 months we might message each other out the blue or something. But the next day he messaged me and I hadn't heard from him for like weeks. And I was just like, oh, okay, hello. That's weird. I've summoned you. Then the day after that, or that night even, I had the dream about my niece. And then the next day, my sister messaged me, which is very rare. I know that sounds like something that would happen every day, but my sister never messages me, never sends me photos. And she sent me a photo of my niece being like, I think she's really starting to look like you. And I was like, oh. And then that night, I was like, oh, I wonder who I shall summon tonight. And then my brain was like, let's have a dream about your brother. And my brother is impossible to get hold of. So I was like, well, he's not going to message me. And that's where that's where it ended. Where my brain was just like, ha ha ha, challenge impossible. But yeah, it was just that weird thing of like, I'm just summoning people with my brain.
Yeah, just sending out psychic waves.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I feel so inadequate with my no dreams. You're full of them.
You're having them all.
You're absolutely full of them. You're like, blah, blah, blah. Here's all my dreams. I have so many. I've got 3 here that I've not recorded, but also here's my backlog of dreams that I have recorded. I'm like, wow. I wish I could dream that much.
Tell you what we'll have to do. We'll have to steal the Yomp concept.
That's true.
And then run with it. We're going to have to, because we had that whole list of dream films.
We do, yeah.
And we chose the one that didn't have a dream in it.
But I had one dream. One electric dream.
Computer dream. And we should find some, we should just start stealing dreams from films. Or you could just start stealing film plots and be like, I had this dream that I had a box of chocolates and my mother said to me.
Well, I'm still all for, and somebody who hadn't listened to the last episode we recorded just yet, because I don't think it was out at the time actually, they were like, you should do an episode where you just talk about your Pathfinder dreams. And I was like, I will. I absolutely will. As in the dreams my character has, but I need to have more of them first.
Yeah.
At the minute, everybody's having bad dreams in our Pathfinder campaign. So
oh no. Bloody Rithian.
Yeah. Bloody Rithian.
Handing him out.
It's definitely Rithian's fault, not mine.
I did a 1-shot the other day. Well, we're halfway through it, so it has turned into a 2-shot. But it's actual like D&D, and I'm so rusty with, because I'm so used to playing, any other system than actual D&D. Yeah. So I kept on just having to think like, wait, how does this work now? Like I'm so not used to the action, bonus action, blah, 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 all of that stuff. And I kept on being like, what can I do? But it's been really fun. It's like a cowboy, Wild West themed one.
Is this where you play a bard?
Yes.
Yeah.
I used to hate bards, but now I find myself leaning into bards a bit more because I find it quite funny. But yeah, I play Polly Barton, the cowboy bard, but she has a secret, but I won't say just in case. Oh no, wait, this will be out after we finish the second part. So if anyone listens, I can say,
go on then.
They don't know. They don't. So she's like, I mean, it's Dolly Parton.
No,
I don't know if they've put this two and two together, but she's like very like fun and like, oh my gosh, and all of that stuff. But ha ha ha, she's actually a changeling. I was like, I'm going to play a changeling, and I'm thinking at some point I'm just going to be like, that's my transformation noise.
Amazing.
And the like actual person is very different to Sunshine Polly.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping. In the very first fight that we had, I got knocked unconscious and I had to very quickly look up, like, does this make me change form? Because that will give it away very quickly. And it was like, no, you still maintain your form when you're asleep and when you're right. So I was like, okay.
Is it if you die, do you go back maybe?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was like,
because
the secret might come out very early.
Changelings in D&D, they kind of like vanilla. They look like grey aliens, don't they? A bit like they're long and they have their long old arms and their big grey heads. And there's a lot of them in. They've sort of come to the forefront now because there were a lot of them in Baldur's Gate. In general, actually, but Baldur's Gate 3 being so popular, there's a load of changelings in that. And I played through the first Baldur's Gate, and they're all in there as well. They're bloody everywhere, the changelings. You just can't get bloody rid of them.
It's just like, it's the meme of the party where I'm just stood in the corner and I'm just like, they don't know I'm a changeling. But it has been good fun. I'm just sort of holding. It was quite funny because we have like a big group chat where we were sort of doing character creation in our own time. And then I changed my sheet and on Roll20, the DM saw and he was just, he kept on being like, oh, now you have to add your like race bonus. And then he just messaged me being like, I'm not saying anything because I'm guessing you don't want people to know. And I was just like, I'm glad you picked that up. So it's just been very, but then we were like, oh, let's jump in a Discord channel to like go through the rest of the sheet because I'd forgotten what else I had to do. And I joined and then literally 3 other people from the party just jumped in like, hi, what are we doing? And I was just like, oh, hello.
Oh, no. This is like one of my favorite things to do, honestly. I love secrets. I'm like it too. I'm doing sort of the same thing in our campaign, and I think I can kind of I won't explicitly say, but I can talk about it because I don't think any of our party listens to this other than Rythian, but he knows obviously. So there was a point the other day where I was like, I don't know if I get like bonuses from this thing that are going to show up in Roll20 when I just roll a certain check or whatever. So I was like, I need to look. And I was like, Rythian, could you put the server up? And he's like, okay. So I went on there. I was on there for like 5 minutes, just checking my sheet. Like, do I get any racial bonuses? Do I get any of this bonus? Do I get this? Is there anything that's going to show up if I roll a certain check? And I was like, okay, no, I'm safe. And literally 5 minutes, I was like, okay, done, bye. See ya. Sorry for the hassle.
I'm so bad. Like, I've not used Roll20 very much. And because I tend to prefer to just like do stuff in person because my mind wanders a lot if I do stuff I sort of insisted that I go on webcam for ours because I was like, otherwise I will get distracted. You need to hold me accountable sort of thing. But I keep on just like idly clicking on my sheet and then just putting stuff in the chat all the time. Because I'll be trying to like expand it and then make it small again. But I'll press the button that's just like, show in chat. And I'm just like, sorry, I'm not casting this right now.
I don't know if I said Roll20, but we play on Foundry, not Roll20. I think I said Roll20 because you said Roll20. Have you? Do you keep notes? Do you write notes? For your campaign. I mean, it's only a 2-shot, so I guess it doesn't really matter too much now,
not really. I sort of wrote down people's names, but it's very like,
because that's something that I find keeps me occupied.
Yeah.
I haven't got paper notes for this one. I've got it all on Google Docs, but having paper notes, I could doodle in the margins, which was nice.
Yeah.
But even just writing out the notes on Google Docs, like I have something to do with my hands when things are happening.
That's the thing.
Is quite nice.
It's like whenever I've been on Mystery Quest, it's one of those things that I've had to say. I say to Tom, I'm like, I am paying attention to you when I'm doodling. It's just the doodling is what is making me keep focused.
Yeah.
Because I feel bad when he's like sat, because I know Lydia is quite similar. So when it's been the two of us and he's talking and we're just sat there looking down like, wee, I'm drawing daisies.
You know what we need to do? We need like an ADHD TTRPG session where we just have loads of crafting supplies on the table and we can craft while we play.
Yeah. I saw this one recently that was, I think, was it a Kickstarter for it? But it's like a gingerbread dungeon. And as you actually like break through things, you get to just like break the gingerbread. And like, if you smash through a wall, you actually get to smash through it and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, that'd be cool, having like a physical thing.
That's going to encourage wall smashing, I think.
Yes. It's like, do you want to fight any of the enemies? I smash the wall. I didn't ask how big the gingerbread is. I cast fireball.
A whole party is full of 25 strength barbarians. I wonder why I smashed the wall.
Oh, speaking of Tita RPGs, I went to see the Apocalypse Players live the other day, and it was so good. Like, ridiculously impressive.
Yeah.
So the way they do it is, I think it's like once a year, and I was already like, I am going next year. Like, this is great. But they, like, whilst everyone's waiting, they have little pieces of paper that will have like ideology and beliefs or like a significant item or something. So whilst you're waiting to actually get in, you can write things down and give them suggestions. And then when they get on stage, they have these like envelopes that are full of pre-made characters, like just the stats, and they get them to stand up, and then everyone shouts out what they want them to be. Once they have that, the audience get to choose the location and the scenario and all of this stuff, and then they all get to choose the tiny piece of paper out the hat, and it'll be things like, one of the guys picked out something that said a lock of your lover's hair twice, like in a row. And he was just like, how much hair do I have in my pockets? Like, what the heck? Or the one was like a lock of your lover's hair. Then the one was like a lock of someone's hair. They were like, do I know this person?
Just hair.
Just hair everywhere. And there were things like Tom got a splinter that you've had for like too long and stuff like that. And then one guy got he said, you're irrationally scared of reading things off of tiny pieces of paper. So as he was reading it, he was going like, and it was just stuff like that. But then they decided it was going to be on a train. They let the audience decide the name of it as well. And the first person shouted out, Choo Choo Cthulhu. And they were like, we'll have that as the sub name. I was like, I like that.
That's a good one.
But it was just so good. And anytime someone said, that sounds like a monologue, they'd have to stand up in the middle of the stage and do a monologue. And all of them just like nailed it. It was so well done. I was like, I'd love to get to that level of just like
improv,
looseness and improv. Yeah. And just like confidence to be able to do something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, I was so impressed, and it was so good. And one of the guys who was a player was on stage, and he was like doing the soundtrack and the sound effects at the same time. He would just be like, occasionally someone would talk and he would turn around and just be like finding a sound that would match the tone of what they were saying and be playing that. And I was like, how are you doing so many things at once?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And staying in character, doing a different accent, keeping track of the story. Like, it was so good. But I'd love to go and watch more.
That sounds really fun.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I guess when you go and see like a stand-up, it's like a routine, whereas the fact it's going to be different every time is just like, it's very good.
Yeah, exactly. It's just, you don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever been to see live D&D.
I was a camera person for the High Rollers live show that they did. So I guess I did see that. But to be honest, you're sort of focusing more, like I could not tell you what happened. I was just like checking they were in focus and moving the camera around more than I was paying attention to the story. So it was nice to just sit and... Oh, but there was someone I got recognized by like 2 people. I guess because Tom was there. There were like fans of Mystery Quest there. And so I got recognized by a couple of people. And someone was like, oh, I love what you do. Can I have an autograph, please? And they were like, my friend has bunnies, so I love watching your bunny streams. And I was like, and then I was so awkward that I spelt my name wrong. And I was like, I'm so sorry, I've spelled it wrong. And they were like, oh, that just means it's more unique. I was like, that's one way of saying you're dumb. You cannot spell your name.
Dumb.
It's like it's just extra special now. Like, oh. But yeah,
How did you spell it?
I just missed out the N. I signed Briony. And then whilst when I was in the middle of the word, I was wearing a new skirt, so I wasn't used to how the pockets were, and my phone fell out my pockets. The person behind me tapped me on the shoulder and was like, is this your phone? So everything just happened at once. I was like writing, lost phone, people. It was too much for little me. So I just shoved a tiny N in between and was like, I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm glad you had a good time. It sounds like it was really fun.
It was so good. I wish they did more a year, but I think it might just be a Poktoberfest or whatever it's called. It's right. But yeah, I enjoyed it. But it made me realize that I should actually start watching. I'm a bit naughty. I don't really tend to watch the Mystery Quest that I've not been in. And they're really good. So I'm going to start actually watching them or listening to them, because obviously they are podcasts as well. Because I was listening to one recently. I don't know if I'm just going to check if it's out, because I don't want to give spoilies if it's not. What is the current one? No, it's still Delta Green. Okay, it's not out, so I won't say what it was. But it was like a very visceral horror one. And Alex was like, oh, would you mind listening to this? Just because it was like the first cut. He's like, oh, can you just listen to this and see if anything stands out? And I was like, yeah, I'll give it a listen. And I, for the first time, borrowed his Bluetooth headphones. And I never usually... I never listen to stuff when I walk around. I don't know if it's just because it's a bit different as a woman. Having I get a bit scared of blocking out senses and not being aware of my surroundings. But I was like, well, I'm just going to the little shop. And it was daytime and stuff. So I was like, yeah, I'll give it a listen. But I had that thing of when you're walking around and you're listening to these horrible things be described of this isn't what happened, so not spoilers, but it's I reach in and I grab out his heart and I rip it out and then I smear it on my face, and really gory visceral things. And I had that feeling of the headphones are still connected to these, aren't they? It's not just my phone is blasting this out whilst I'm walking around the fresh food aisle la 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 la.
I always worry. I'm usually just listening to music, but I'm like, what if this is also playing out of my phone and I don't know? Oh.
You're just blasting out Juicy by Doja Cat.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh no. My old earbuds used to do that. That's why I had to retire them, because I spilt something on them, probably Monster Energy.
They became too powerful.
They became too powerful. And they started just randomly deciding to play outside of my ears and in the phone. And I was like, that's it. Yeah. It's over for you. No more. I can't have people knowing what I'm listening to.
Well, it's
that's illegal.
You see it all the time on the book talk community where people are they've accidentally gone into a meeting and they've opened their laptop and it starts playing the audiobook that they were last listening to, and it's all just he looked at her heaving bosom, and they're just like, nope, stop.
Oh no.
I've seen one where people are like, they've been listening to it in the car and they turn on the engine and it's just like his throbbing and they're like, anyway, let's walk. On second thoughts.
I've changed my mind. Oh boy.
Well,
Dear.
would you like to hear a recorded dream that I've forgotten what it is?
Yes. I would love to.
This was from about a month ago. And I don't know. This could be anything. It seems like it's quite a short one. Well, it's still 2 minutes of me rambling, but short for some of mine.
Pretty short.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. I had a dream that I was walking around this city and I went past a big shopping mall and someone was like, on my phone told me, oh, this is where the Trevi Fountain is. And I was like, oh. I was like, well, when else am I going to get to see the Trevi Fountain? So I went in and it turned out that the Trevi Fountain was just like, it was basically like a big water slide surrounded by like fake rock, and so people had just put like mannequins on it that were dressed in Roman armor, but loads of people were queuing up to take photos. But it was also, it would turn into a staircase and every now and then they'd let people just walk down it, having to wait to take a photo. And these two guys like pushed in front to get their photos first, and they actually went up it a bit and they were waiting, and then I was just stood at the bottom of it, and then my phone battery just completely died, and I was like, well, guess I'll just have to remember being here. And before that I've been talking to this guy who was saying he loved to travel, and he was like, oh yeah, I love going to like Italy and Turkey and ancient Greece. I was like, oh, how do you go to ancient Greece? Like, what do you mean? But yeah, anyway, I didn't get my photo of the Trevi Fountain. The end. Bye bye. Oh, but I will say one of the men at the bottom did apologise. It was like, I'm sorry you never got your photo. And I thought that was quite nice. Anyway, bye bye.
Lovely. Oh, that was nice.
A little addendum. I think this is just because we were recording GeoGuessr.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And it was the map where it was like, oh, what's it called? Like a dumb challenge for smart people or something. And it had all the real and fake monuments. I think it was just that. It put it into my head.
Yeah. No, that does sound about right. I like how you were like, well, I'm not going to see it again. I may as well. While I'm here, I'll go get a picture.
It's literally impossible to get to. I will never see it. No one's ever seen it before.
Crazy that it was a big water fountain. That's
I think.
Cool. Very...
Yeah, just in a shopping mall. I guess would this have been, when would I have gone to Centre Parks? Because it had that feeling about it of, you know, when you go to like a water park and there's like the big fake rocks and stuff. It was that sort of thing. So I wonder if I was thinking about going down the rapids and it combined with GeoGuessr in my head. Because I think this is maybe like the week before I went. So it would have been, the rapids would have been on my mind.
Oh my god, the rapids. I love rapids. They're just so good. They're one of the most fun things about like going to any like water park or whatever. They're super chill. But also, I think I remember in one of the parks I went to in the US, they had rapids and then they had a lazy river, and it was like, how intense do we want to be today? Choose your speed.
Maybe today I go slow.
Exactly. What if you jump in the wrong one? It's like, oh God.
Oh, this isn't lazy. We had the problem of when we went this time, the rapids were closed until Thursday. And obviously people stay like Monday to Friday. So all the people that were staying at the same time, Thursday was the only day that they could go on the rapids. So oh my gosh, it was busy when we finally got to go.
Everyone's been waiting.
It was still good fun. I would like to go back again. I really, this is going to flabber your gas, but on the first day of holiday, I really struggled to relax.
No.
I was like so stressed because I couldn't relax, if that makes sense. I was like, I need to make the most of holiday. Why am I not having more fun and being relaxed? And I was just like, thankfully the next day, because I got back to the cabin because we'd sort of like gone out for a meal with everyone, with like the whole group. And I think Alex could tell that I was just like, not, right. He was like, do you want to just go back to the cabin and have like a quiet dinner together? And I was like, okay. And then I was just saying like, I'm so sorry. I'm trying to holiday, but I think it's the fact that I'm trying that is making it not holiday. And I was just like cooking this dinner in the cabin and I was just muttering to myself all the time. And I was like, I'll get it out my system and I'll be fine tomorrow. And then from then on, I was fine. But I think it's like when you have like that feeling of Sunday where you're stressing because you're running out of weekend.
About Monday.
Yeah. And you're like, I swear it takes like a holiday or a weekend's length to settle into having time off. And then before you know it, you're back.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it was still very lovely.
That's good. I'm glad you had a lovely time. It sounds like it was very nice. And relaxing.
I think the other part of the dream was because I obviously, I think about going to Greece a lot, but it's obviously not how I think it will be.
Yeah.
Because when I read about, these temples, they're not going to be how they were when they were built. It's like a 2-foot high crumbly wall that you just get told, oh, here once stood. So I think maybe that was what that was about. I was very jealous of this guy who was like, I traveled to ancient Greece. And I'm like,
how?
Back in
time, all the way.
How
and it was great.
Yeah, like, gosh damn.
I still think you'd have a fantastic time doing like a historical trip.
Oh, I'd want to do all of the tourist stuff. I would be there with my backpack, my leaflets, my belt and braces and sandals and shoes. Show me all the sights.
Yeah. I want to see everything.
It is weird because in some parts, like, okay, I do love Greek mythology, but when I think about like actual ancient Greece, I think, because when people say like, oh, if you could travel back in time, what time would you want to see? And I'm like, it would actually be horrendous to live there because there would still be like animal sacrifice and stuff like that I would just be like, oh no. Oh, but I mean, where would you, if you could travel back and live, you have to do a gap year in any time, where would you like to live? Time and place.
Would I be able to speak the language?
Yeah.
Okay.
You would like go into, what is it? I've never played an Assassin's Creed game, but it would be like that, where you get downloaded into a person. Is that what happens in Assassin's Creed? I don't know.
I'm a woman, so I feel like wherever I go, I'm not going to have a great time.
Yeah. That is one of the things that makes this game always a bit like, oh, which rights do I not really want to have?
I'm just like, oh. Like, it's like, oh, I'd love to go and be a Viking. Oh, wait, no, I don't. No, I've changed my mind.
Sometimes, like, when obviously I am a feminist, and it is good that women have the right to vote.
I'm sensing a but.
But that being said, sometimes when I'm reading things about like Jane Austen times, when obviously this is not the poor, this is only the rich people had this privilege. But when I'm reading about like, oh, all I can't work and all I can do is stay in and read books and do crafts all day, and I'm like, that's quite nice though. But obviously that would be nice to do now because we have the choice to do it. Whereas not like if that's all you had, horrendous. But sometimes I'm just like, oh, I just want to sit around in my manor house with my acres of land doing needlepoint and reading books. Like
Sounds
that's
quite
nice. So I think what I would want would be like a Jane Austen getaway where you get to dress up in the nice stuff, the like lovely A-line dresses that are very like flattering, and just do embroidery and pretend without all the actual horrendous, having to be married off to my own cousin side of things. My cousin who is 30 years my senior. And I'm 16.
I think I would get bored with that. I'd want to be doing all the cool man things.
Fencing.
And
jumping in lakes.
Go and get a sword and fight,
Yeah.
Cool as shit.
Being allowed to ride a horse and not having to ride it side salad.
Exactly. So I'll just have to disguise myself.
Yes. I guess I'll add the addendum of you'll be safe. Where would you go to where you would be safe and
not catch any horrible diseases?
Yeah.
Honestly, I still don't even really know. Because it's always just been a bit poo.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, what if there was
it's so easy to romanticize different periods of history, but I think at the end of the day, wherever I go, and it's very pessimistic, wherever I go, I think I'm going to be disappointed. What
if you could go to, it's modern day with modern day technology, but if you found out, if I was like, Kirsty, oh my gosh, have you seen that they are doing a LARP, a week-long LARP, and the theme is wah, 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 but you insert what I say. What would you most be excited? Wah, wah, wah. It's Charlie Brown themed. What would you most be excited to hear? You get to dress up in this and act this for a week.
I don't know. I don't have I don't have a Roman Empire that I think of in real history. I'm too lost in fantasy land.
Yeah.
I'm I want to go somewhere with magic and dragons. I don't care about Earth.
Well, can I tell you about Greek mythology that has dragons and magic?
That's true. There we go. That's true. That's true. But I can't think of. I mean, maybe if I had a few hours to think about it and really, really come to a decision
next week,
I could think
on
of something.
Comfort Zone.
Next week, that'll be my homework. I'll think about it. Where in real life would I go back to? I mean, I could just go back to the late 90s. I think that'd be quite nice.
Well, what if it wasn't in real life? Because now I'm thinking about how much I'd love to do a Hobbit LARP.
Oh, that would be so good.
Yeah.
See, this is so much easier. Be be a Hobbit? Yeah, sign me up.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I was really tempted to next year for my birthday do a Hobbit holiday. A little, maybe rent a place in the woods and just have a big feast. Have bread. That's it.
Let's just sit in the woods and have bread.
Yeah, I think that would be nice if my birthday wasn't in March. Maybe it can just be a later in the year thing.
Yeah.
We'll force Rithian to do it for his birthday. Might be okay by... Oh, no, April's still quite damp, isn't it?
That's much later, yeah. But no, if we're talking fantasy... Then there's plenty. I could happily be a hobbit. I would love to go and be in our D&D worlds or our Pathfinder worlds. 100% sign me up. Again, it would probably be quite disappointing if you were just a regular ass peasant. But if you're a cool adventurer,
I
hell
don't know. I think I romanticize peasant life quite a bit.
The problem is when you're in these fantasy worlds, you're gonna be kind of suffering. Like if you think of all of the scrubs who lived in Minas Tirith when it was under attack, everything was being destroyed. Like they were just, and they're all of the men and the boys were being sent off towards Gilead, and it's like, oh, this is a bit shit, isn't it?
That thing of like, oh, that's nice. I didn't know Aragorn could speak Elvish. What a lovely language. What does he mean? Die is one of them?
Yeah.
What was that? Why did he add that?
So you'd have to be a main character for it to be any good, I think.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just gonna be suffering. Like in like D&D, like in Pathfinder, like you're in Galarian, or you're in I've forgotten the name of the D&D one, the Forgotten Realms. But yeah, like if you're just a regular guy, you're just working on a farm and you're there to give quests to the important people.
Yeah.
You don't know magic. You don't really know how to use a sword. You might have your dad's old rusty sword, but maybe some bandits came and nicked it, or maybe your farm got raided by some, I don't know, orcs. At the end of the day, you're not going to be having a very good time.
I think I just always, the idea, obviously this is heavily romanticized, and being a peasant was not the life. But the idea of just like working in the daylight hours, feeling tired from the toil, going back and having like, peasant, I think do you know what is to blame? It's peasant food. Peasant food is all delicious and hearty, and that's what lures me in. Having like rip off a chunk of bread and dip it in your
in your soup.
Yeah, in your big chunky vegetable soup, and I'm like, oh, that's what I want. Just without,
You just want food.
Yeah. I just want to eat peasant food. But
well, if you're an adventurer, you can go into an inn and order some peasant food.
yeah, it's always the stuff when you're reading a fantasy book, and if there's like a description of a big king's banquet or something, I'm just like, blah, 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 blah. But as soon as they're weary from the road and they get soup and bread, I'm like, oh, yeah. Tell me about it.
If you were teleported into a D&D world, what would you be?
What,
race and class?
Oh.
You wake up, Briony, you find yourself and you're like, where am I? This is not my beautiful house.
This is not my beautiful wife. I don't know. I'm going to look through the D&D races and see what talks to me. Do you have a go-to? I think part of the
my
thing
go-to is often tiefling.
Well, I think about like when I think about tieflings, and I think about like, oh, would it be difficult to find hats and stuff like that? So maybe I need to not get bogged down with the details of it. Or like when I think about,
would it be difficult to find hats?
or like when I think about orcs, and I'm like, oh, having the big like tusk teeth is gonna is that making eating hard? But I guess you get used to it eventually.
The thing is, you just get a hat, right? And if you've got particularly pointy horns, you just have to put it on with force.
Well, it's like I spend a lot of the time thinking about centaurs, and
right, okay.
I think about how difficult it must. Like, I'm so happy that centaurs aren't real anymore.
Find jeans that fit.
Yeah, like also just like imagine having like an itch on your butt or something, and just being like flailing around trying to get it, or like just everything just seems so much more difficult. I was thinking about like, how do you find a bed? Do you have to just completely lie on your side? Because obviously if the horse wants to just squat down, but the top part is still upright, how does it all work? It baffles me.
I think you would have to just lay down like a horse.
Yeah, it just feels like being a centaur would be a very uncomfortable experience.
Yeah. I think I often go for the human but not quite human races. So
Yeah.
tiefling, a bit of fetchling. I mean, I have to play halflings too, but I don't think I'd pick halfling. So I think I'd have to go for tiefling. I love tiefling.
You just have custom made hats, it's fine.
Yeah, just have custom made hats. And then I can pick whatever colour I want to be.
I mean, I know we dunked on them a couple weeks ago, but I think I would just want to be an elf.
Elf.
Yeah.
You'd be a very good elf. I have to clear this up because Rithian messaged me after as well and was like, oh, there was a lot of, well, no, he was in our group chat. There was just a lot of talking about elves and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, look, elves are fine. They're just not my personal preference. I don't mind elves. I just don't want to play one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think.
And I'm very not elf-like.
I'm always drawn towards wood elves.
Yeah, that is like the perfect one for you. You would be 100% be a wood elf, I think.
I'm like I guess because I'm tall, I feel like I am like the spirit of a hobbit trapped in the body of an elf sort of thing. Like that is always because you know in Rings of Power, the lady who played Galadriel, she was saying that she's very hobbity as a person. She was like so surprised when she got cast as an elf because she was like, that's not my essence.
That's not me.
So yeah, I was like, I relate to that. But maybe, you know, once I've not got my long hair, maybe I won't look as elfy anymore. Maybe I'll forego my right to be an elf.
Become hobbit.
Yeah.
I don't know what race really embodies me in D&D. I don't like. It's easy for me to be like, tieflings are my favorite. I pick that, but I don't know. Like, if you looked at me, what would you say? Am I an angry dwarf? Am I?
Well, I think the first thing that comes to mind is again.
I don't know if I want to hear this.
Well, it's Hobbit because I think about what you wore for the Farkle stream, and it was just so rosy cotton dancing that I'm just like, I can very much see you being Hobbit.
Yeah, hobbits. My first D&D character was a halfling. I love halflings; they're great fun.
Yeah,
but maybe I'd just wake up and I'd be a halfling against my will, and I'd be like, bugger.
Now I can't reach things down off of high shelves.
Oh shit. I can see it. I think I just need to embrace it.
I just think like, if you were like Dragonborn, I don't know, maybe I just lack the imagination to think of like Dragonborns have to have cloacas, right?
I think probably.
I just can't imagine what it would be like to have one.
To have a cloaca.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can picture you approaching a Dragonborn and asking. And I'd be there in the background as my halfling just like, oh no, not again.
Well, that's the thing that's always bothered me about that website called Bad Dragon, because I'm like, that's not what it would be like.
It's just cloacas, isn't it?
Yeah, all the way down.
As for classes, I don't know what I'd be. I feel like I think I'd have to have a sword.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would actually be a rogue. Like, if I could magically become much more dexterous, then hell yeah, I'll be a rogue, because rogues are great. But maybe I'd just be a basic bitch, sword and shield, let's go fight stuff, you know?
Yeah.
I'd love to be like, I'd be a sorcerer, I'd be a magic guy, but I wouldn't be a wizard, because I wouldn't be able to focus on learning all those spells. Maybe a sorcerer, because they don't have to focus on shit. They're just like, wee,
spell
magic.
Requires concentration for a minute. Nope, I'm out.
Nope. No, thank you.
Oh my God, imagine playing a campaign where you're like ADHD wizards and you have to roll your concentration every time you do something.
Every
like,
turn.
can you focus this long?
Nothing's happened. Roll a concentration check. No.
Yeah. A dog is in the background. Now it has to be with disadvantage.
Oh, God.
Oh,
What do you think Rythian would be?
I mean, like warlock.
Warlock.
I don't know.
I can see that.
Like maybe that's just me thinking. What is the most moody wizard you can get? Who is brooding? Or maybe paladin. Or I guess like monk.
Yeah,
Is that no, wait.
His
cleric
go-to
even.
is paladin or rogue, and I think I'm still in rogue maybe, so he can be the paladin. But if we're thinking like real life Rythian's very smart and he's very good at remembering things, so he'd actually be a pretty good wizard, I think.
Yeah, I'd like to be a druid.
Yeah, you'd be a druid or a ranger, I think. You'd just be in the woods.
Yeah.
I think more druid actually. Yeah, I think yours is just so easy. You look at you and you go, "Yep, elf druid." That's Briony.
You just come home and I'm just sat as a bear eating all the snacks. I guess this is sort of similar to when people are like, "What type of dog would you be?"
Yeah,
I think.
I feel like it's a little bit easier than that. I don't know what type of dog I would be.
I always think I'm quite golden retriever.
Yeah. I could see you being like a Saluki.
I was gonna say Saluki. Saluki is the one I usually go for because I'm like hair.
That's they're hairy and sometimes they look nervous.
In the Holy Goshtan, when they asked what type of dog I wanted to be, I said Saluki. So I voice a little Saluki in that.
Ah. Cute. Yeah, you're a Saluki, I think.
Italian Greyhound. I think an Italian Greyhound is quite close to my soul. Just chaotic, scared.
Chaotic, scared. Yeah. Oh, bless them.
Likes wearing hats.
Again, you're easy to pick. But me, I'm like,
Well, is it because you're a cat, not a dog?
Oh, maybe.
I think Rythian is maybe more cat than dog.
Yeah.
Like a Norwegian forest cat.
Oh, Swedish forest cat.
It's like a Swedish forest cat. Yeah, I'm looking at Norwegian forest cat and I'm like, yeah, that would be, he'd be one of those.
Yeah, that'd be Rythian.
Yeah.
Do
you get Swedish forest cats? I'm curious.
I don't think so.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I can see that. They even have Rythian's big beard.
Yeah. We had a new cat in our garden yesterday. I sent you the photo of them. And
yeah.
I just happened to be by the kitchen window and I was like, what was that moving? And I looked down and there was just this kitty cat. So I was like, I closed the kitchen door so that if they came into the kitchen, they couldn't get to the bunnies. And I opened the back door. I was just like, hello. And it was like watching this cat have a devil and an angel on their shoulder because they kept walking forward and then being like, oh, what's in that? No. But what is in that? No. And I was like, I don't know what you're going to do. Like, they couldn't seem to make their mind up at all. I was like, you can come in and just nose around if you want. Like, there's another cat that sometimes comes into the kitchen. But the fear, the smart side won out. And they ran away in the end. But I was like, oh, new friend.
New friend. They looked very cute.
Yeah.
Very, very cute. Sweet babies.
But it did make me realise how much gardening I've got to do when I took a photo of them and I was like, oh, there's a lot of work. But it's getting cold now, so my longing to be in the garden and do garden stuff is waning quite a lot. Although
I think I'd be a bulldog.
No. Essex bulldog.
I've told the story of the bulldog we had at work who didn't want to walk anywhere, so we had to put him in a wheelbarrow.
There must be like is there a BuzzFeed what dog am I?
Oh yeah, let's wrap up with a BuzzFeed quiz. What dog breed are you?
I found one that's called, I'll link this one to you. Does that one look good?
What kind of dog are you? Okay.
It's a Friday night. What are your plans? The options are party time, a quick nightcap, sitting at home, another hinge date, Netflix binge, clubbing in really tiny writing for some reason. Clubbing. Dinner with your fab friends, snoozing, or a hot photo shoot.
Every Friday I have a hot photo shoot.
Yeah.
Every other Friday I'm playing D&D, but generally I'm snoozing. After Kirby Craft, I'll have a nap.
None of the options are chippy tea.
Oh, that's
so
true.
I don't know. It's not clubbing and it's not party time. It's not hinge date. I don't know if it'd be Netflix binge.
It's dinner with your fab friends, but instead of fab friends, it's your husband.
Yeah, I'd say sitting at home. That's probably the most. I do sit to have my chippy tea.
Okay.
What have you gone for?
How would you describe your body?
Oh,
I went for snoozing.
Okay.
I'm snoozing because I have a nap after Curb. How would you describe your body? Small and athletic, tall, very thin, Jersey Shore's Pauly D.
I don't know what that means.
Thick. I don't know what that means. Thick with 2 C's, muscular, perfect, short and curvy. I literally never think about this.
Tall.
You are tall, yeah. I think I'm either. I don't think I'm like really short. I'm an average height, but I am curvy.
Yeah, I was thinking short and curvy for you, just because like you are curvy. But
so I'll click that.
I guess you're
and
short.
That might get me my bulldog.
Yeah. Oh, please pick a color. Wait, if we're going full dog for this though, should we pick black because it's the only one we see?
These are all grey to me. Yeah. I don't know what.
Although, isn't it that, aren't they like a lot of dogs? Is it that they're red-green colorblind? So when they say like don't have red toys, that you play with them on the grass because they can't see them.
Oh, but all Kong toys are red.
Yeah.
Oh, bless them.
I'm
gonna pick orange.
Really? There's yellow,
like
and you're not
orange.
going for the.
I honestly, I kind of prefer orange. I like a dark yellow.
Yeah.
Like dehydrated piss.
See, that's the problem with me as well. I'm looking at these, and usually I'd be like, I like pink, but I like pastel colors.
Yeah.
And none of these are all very bold colors.
It was between orange and purple for me.
Yeah, I quite liked the purple. I am going to. Do you know what? I might go for the orange as well. I think maybe it's just because we're getting into autumn, and it's just the most subtle of the colors as well.
So it's very festive.
Yeah.
Okay. What would the name of your memoir be? Just Friends, a love story. Eat, love, and eat more. Running in circles.
Next one's mine.
Dead ass.
There it is.
How I learned to love myself. Life of the misunderstood hero. Who, me?
That's you.
That's me. Don't mind if I do. Or growing without roots.
I think mine is eat, love, and eat more.
Yeah. Oh, it's got to be who, me?
Who, me? What's your go-to dance move? The shimmy, twerking, judging everyone from the corner, the robot, the cha-cha slide, the shopping cart, aggressive voguing, grinding, or all about the fist pump?
Oh, I wish it was aggressive voguing, but it's got to be the cha-cha slide for me, I think.
See, this is difficult because here's a little known fact about me. When I'm in the kitchen and I'm cooking,
You're voguing aggressively.
No, I do a lot of twerking. I was literally like making tea last. No. It wasn't even tea. I was. I think I was heating the bunnies, like heat pads because it's been quite cold, and I was just twerking away like for 6 minutes whilst I was waiting for them to do. But if it's in public, then it's more cha-cha slide.
I think you should follow your heart and go for twerking.
I do shimmy a lot though as well. I'm going to go for shimmy actually.
Okay.
Yeah. Yas.
Yes. What kind of exercise do you prefer? Yoga, throwing around a ball, sprints, whatever the hottest new trend is. Ha 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 ha. Running around excitedly, sex, opening the door for delivery, or I'm a gym rat.
Now, don't get distracted by the fact that has rat in.
Rat.
I don't know. My favorite exercise is just like going for a nice walk. I know that's not loads of exercise, but just strolling through the woods getting distracted by mushrooms.
I feel like that should be an answer, but it's not.
Yeah.
Since dogs they're very well known for enjoying a walk.
Yes, maybe that's why they couldn't put it on there, because people get too excited.
Oh, true.
I guess the closest equivalent is running around excitedly. Because I guess the point is that I prefer exercise being a distraction rather than it being a focus. And I feel like that's the closest.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll go for that one.
I think I'm going to go for throwing around a ball because I don't do it a lot, but when I was at school and stuff, my favorites were always like sports, like, I don't know, like basketball, not so much netball, but like basketball and stuff like that, like football. Like I like playing a ball game with friends.
Yeah.
It's a little known fact.
Nice. Pick an author. Nicholas Sparks, Toni Morrison, Amira Baraka, Sylvia Plath, Isabel Allende, Suzanne Collins, the internet, in brackets, I don't read books, Albert Camus, and David Sedaris. Apart from Sylvia Plath, I don't know. I think of
Suzanne Collins is Hunger Games.
I thought. Oh,
I think.
Wait, let me look. Suzanne Collins wrote Hunger Games. Yes, I'm glad you said that because I was thinking she was the one who wrote the like bodice rippers. So who am I thinking of?
I don't know.
There's like an author who's written like loads of books and you see them everywhere in charity shops. But I can't think. Who's a famous romance writer? What is she called? I can't remember. It'll come back to me. I was thinking Danielle Steele.
Oh, yeah, Danielle Steele. Yeah.
Okay. Amira Baraka. I might be saying that wrong. Wrote Amiri. Seems to write more like poetry, drama, fiction, essays, and music criticism.
Okay.
Sounds too smart for me. Toni Morrison wrote... Again, there's just not books. Beloved, The Bluest Eye.
Nicholas Sparks wrote The Notebook.
Oh, okay. Who is Isabel Allende? Seems to be a poet again?
The House of the Spirits, Violetta, Paula, City of the Beasts, Eva Luna, Daughter of Fortune. All of those books. What about Albert Camus? The Stranger, The Myth of Sisyphus, The Plague, The Fall, The Rebel, A Happy Death, The First Man, The Guest.
David Sedaris wrote Me Talk Pretty One Day, Holidays on Ice, Calypso, Naked. See, this is difficult because I've not read any books by any of these people. But
yeah,
I feel like
I've read The Bell Jar and I've read the Hunger Games series, so I'm going to go with Suzanne Collins.
Yeah. I feel like that would probably be, if I was going to have already read a book by someone, it probably would be more Suzanne Collins. So I think I'll go for, I'll go for the same.
Okay. Which pop star do you identify with? Beyonce, Cher, Taylor Swift, Robin, Rihanna, Britney Spears. I simply can't choose one. Is it Lord or Lordy? Lord or Selena Gomez?
I get confused with Lordy because I always think that people are referring to, do you know that big like metal band that dresses goblins?
Oh yeah.
But it's not, is it? It's just one person.
It's just one person. Is it Lordy? I don't know. I've never heard it said out loud.
No, I don't know.
I don't know. Who do I identify with? None of them.
I guess I simply can't choose. I mean, if it was going to be like, if I was going to, like, I could act like one of them, I think Cher is really cool because she just doesn't care.
Cher's hilarious.
She's a badass.
Honestly, I'm going to go for Cher.
But I don't really know the others.
Cher's tweets just crack me up.
Yeah. What is your biggest pet peeve? Taking food off my plate, chatterboxes, pretentious people, pimple poppers, the patriarchy, being a meanie, chipped nail polish, judgmental people, having pet peeves. What dog is going to be like, I hate the patriarchy?
I hate the patriarchy.
mean, I don't really like...
I'm going to go for judgmental people.
Yeah.
People that are overly judgmental is a pet peeve of mine.
I think I'm gonna have to go for the patriarchy. Is it bad that I'm choosing between smashing the patriarchy and being like, well, I really don't like when people take food though. And I don't like pimple poppers. Like, I don't care what people do in their own home. But I get when I'm scrolling through Instagram or Facebook or whatever, and you get those videos, I'm immediately like scroll away so quickly, just like, oh,
I'm the opposite. I love them.
Oh no, I remember there was a time that we had to burst something at the vet, and they like everyone gathered around
Everyone's
to watch
like, "Let's
it,
go,
and I was like,
woo!"
what is wrong with you?
I love that shit.
Chip nail polish, love it. That's not bad at all.
So you're gonna go for the patriarchy?
Yeah, I'll go for the patriarchy. Yeah.
All right. Someone's got to. You gotta.
Someone's got to take it down.
Someone's got to take it down. All right. Finally, how would your friends describe you? Artistic, larger than life, introverted, adorable, needy, comforting, funny, loyal, or high maintenance?
I mean, I guess if we're describing each other,
yeah.
Oh, I don't know. There's so many. I mean, you're needy and high maintenance.
Oh. Right. So I was doing a bunch of BuzzFeed quizzes on my stream ages ago now. And it had one of these questions. And one of the answers was needy. And I was like, chat, what do you think? How would you describe me? And they all just went, needy, needy. And ever since then, I'm the needy one. I'm like, oh.
I mean, my go-tos were, I mean, you are funny and you are artistic. But I mean, this is the comfort zone. I find you comforting and you are adorable. Like, I don't know. There's just so...
All of the above.
Yeah.
I think you're funny and comforting, but I think you would describe yourself as needy. Because you have in the past so many times.
I think...
But that's not the answer because it's how your friends would describe you.
Yeah, I think for you... I would settle on artistic. Mostly because I misread it at first.
Oh, okay, I've got my answer.
Oh, what? No.
Are we the same? Are we the same?
What are you?
I'm a mixed breed / mutt.
I'm a pug.
Oh, no! Well, my description is, you're a renegade, an artist, and you will not be confined to any sort of box. You have tons of real-life experience that makes you a great dinner party guest. With tons of stories. You are cute in that je ne sais quoi kind of way. What does that mean?
Just ambivalently cute.
What? Okay, what does yours say?
Sure, sometimes you really feel left out, but you shouldn't care so much. You are hilarious and adorable and completely worthy of the spotlight. It's also okay to be the quiet goofball if you're the kind of pug who's cool with the corner of the room. Either way, your empathy and your hugs make you downright majestic. You keep doing you. I mean, that's actually quite accurate.
I
don't want to be a pug.
Oh.
So I listen back to the recording and all I can hear is I'm like, I am a pug. Oh my God.
This is okay. You're one of those nice ones that they're trying to fix.
Yeah. I mean, I do love pugs. Like when we got them in at the vet, they were always very kind and funny and goofy, apart from one that tried to murder me, but he was so brachycephalic he couldn't bite. And they were, like, personality-wise, they were always very lovely, but they're just so broken.
They are very broken.
No offense to anyone who has a pug or any pugs listening out there. I was just hoping. My first answer was tall.
Oh. Hang on, I'm doing it again, but I'm picking yellow and aggressive voguing. Let's see what I get. Okay. I got a Great Dane. You're so humble that you don't notice how much you stand out in a crowded room. You're extremely smart, but are still approachable due to your warm demeanor. You'd probably make a great pediatrician or the Duchess of Cambridge. What? Okay. That's for picking yellow and aggressive voguing. Thank you, BuzzFeed. Great Danes often aggressively vogue.
I have switched my answers to purple and twerking. So I'll see what I get out of that. Funny. A corgi!
Ah!
Quite simply, you're a darling. People are mesmerized by your charismatic nature, but you never get too caught up in all that praise. You know just how to be you at all times without apology. Plus, you have a cute tushy. I think, sadly, I am more pug from this description.
Yeah, I think I might be a mutt.
No. Well, that means you've probably got healthier genetics, so that's nice.
That's true. Yeah. That's true.
I mean, look at me. I can't breathe. I can't walk.
Oh no. Oh, hang on. We got to do my favorite. Oh, there aren't any comments. There's only one comment. My favorite thing on BuzzFeed quizzes is... Oh, there are comments. Hang on. This is the kind of content I'm here for, BuzzFeed! Exclamation mark, exclamation mark. What else have we got? I got a corgi. The best part of this quiz is that there's no wrong result. We all get dogs. We all win. Oh.
There's someone who says...
Like if you are also a pug? Question mark.
The top comment on it is someone saying, God, I wanted something else. Oh.
Oh my God. There's so many children that comment on BuzzFeed quizzes and it makes me laugh so much. Someone's just commented, I hate dogs. And someone said, dang.
Great dang.
Great dang.
I got corgi. I do have a big booty. Well, there you go, everyone. Let us know what dogs you think we are. And if you have any more BuzzFeed quizzes you would like us to do.
Let's do BuzzFeed quizzes now for the podcast.
Yeah. Every week we do mini BuzzFeed episode.
Someone's left a comment. I think someone sent them the quiz because they've just commented and said, I'm a corgi too, Joanne. Too funny. Oh my God.
Everyone, thank you so much for listening. Kirsty, thank you very much for a lovely chat.
Oh, Briony, thank you for a lovely chat.
And until next time, everyone, bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.